Okay, how's everybody doing this evening? I think it's well past 2 a.m. here in Carlsbad, California. So the street's pretty clear, not too much happening here right now. My name is Kent, the channel is EOS San Diego, and I want to talk a little bit about the future of blockchain, the future of EOS, and the future of why I believe that this is going to be inevitable for the future. There's 3 reasons basically why I think cryptocurrencies are going to have a very, very bright future. And I'll just give them the 3 reasons why I think why you should own EOS, why you should own cryptocurrencies, and why you should be involved with the blockchain. And the very first reason is because of trade wars. We know there's worldwide trade wars going on, not only with China and the United States, but all around the world. There's a trade war going on. And the reason there's trade wars going on is because there's a lot of money at stake. A lot of money as far as economies are concerned, global economies, and how the future is going to play out for some of these different countries. And of course, these countries want to compete on a global basis. So there's a lot of effort going into right now, making sure that it's fair and that countries feel like they're getting a fair shake in the global, in the global economy and in the bargaining room, the bargaining table in the global economy. And likely, the only way this is going to get solved is probably through the blockchain. And not only probably, but will get solved through the blockchain. Because the only way to track global products is through a supply-side chain, an independent supply-side chain, where products are going to be able to be tracked, where they're made, where they're assembled, and literally where they go around the world, where they get distributed around the world. The only way to do that in the future will be some sort of distributed database. The open ledger will be the only way this will be done. As I talk about on my channel, I mean, I'm not in favor of trade wars. I can't understand anybody that would be. But even if a country is building a product, how do you know that it's coming from that country and not another country where it's being assembled? The only way to check that out is if you had some way of following it through all the processes of development, shipment, and actual distribution. And if you can't do that, then making some sort of tariff on a country is pretty worthless, because the country, all they have to do is ship the pieces to another country, assemble it, and then say it's from the country that it's assembled in. That's where it's being manufactured. So I think there's going to be more emphasis on tracking and finding out where things are made, where they're assembled, and ultimately being able to track the whole process. And that's only going to be done through the blockchain. Number 1 reason why you need to own the blockchain, why you need to own the EOS blockchain, why you need to own or be involved with the blockchain. The second reason why I think blockchain is so important and such a valuable tool for the future is that we have an overheated stock market. Stock market is, and that's not only in the United States, it's really literally around the world. Equities are overvalued. They've been overvalued for a long period of time. Companies are doing more and more and more to try to justify valuations, and this can't last. It's been going on for a long, long time. And it's the stock market, equity market really needs a safety valve. It needs some way to be able to release and be able to reset. And it's not going to be able to do that without some other, sorry, I let the truck go by, without some other means of being able to trade equity currency. Is going to have to be done in another way. It's going to have to be another level of doing this, which I believe is the blockchain. The blockchain will be a safety valve, will be a safety release for the equity markets, being able to trade in another way, another currency, another way. So that's number 2 reason why I think blockchain will be so important in our future. And the third reason why I think blockchain will be so important in our future is interest rates have been low for a long time. They continue to be low, especially here in the United States, and they can't raise these interest rates. The reason is if they raise interest rates, it's going to slow the economy down. If they slow the economy down, then we go back to recession. So interest rates remain low. They can't raise them. And the reason they can't raise them is because it's just really not enough going on to raise them. There's not enough new economy to justify the raising of interest rates. And they're afraid if they do that, they're going to slow down the economy. People won't be able to make payments anymore. Housing market will go down. Mortgages will go down, people buying things will go down, everything will go down. So they've been able to play this game for a long, long time. Many, many, many years now of keeping interest rates low and the stock market high. But that can't keep on going very much longer. There's got to be something else to take its place. Of course, I believe it's the blockchain It's the trading of cryptocurrencies that will take over that next level, that new economy that we need so desperately right now to help out with what's going on right now with interest rates and with the stock market. The other thing I want to talk slightly about is I want to talk a little bit about the old guard kind of going away and the new way coming in. For whatever you think about Donald Trump, I mean, if you like him, if you don't like him, he kind of represents an old way of doing things. He kind of represents an imperialism, a monarchy, something like that. Just like, you know, I'm the smartest guy in the room. I've got all the answers. I can't be bought. I have a lot of money. And just believe me, trust me, things will be done in the right way. That's the way we're going to do it. And that idea, his ideas, have been very, very successful. Donald Trump has been very successful. He communicated himself very, very well. And he has a lot of people to follow him. But his way of doing things is very old world doing things. The idea that I'm the person who's going to make the decisions. I'm the person who's going to figure everything out. You need to trust me. And a lot of people do. A lot of people do trust Donald Trump here in the United States. And a lot of people look to him to make the right decisions. But not one person can make these decisions and have them all be correct. There needs to be a lot of help from a lot of different people, and you can't just have one system in one way. And I think that way of thinking is going away, and this is why I think new ideas, new ways of doing things, blockchain ways of doing things are going to be our future. I was watching tonight, and like I talk about quite often on this channel, is I used to be a farmer, and I enjoy watching farming videos, and I watched a video tonight of a farmer that I watch quite often on YouTube, and he was literally, you know, almost in tears, close to tears, because of Donald Trump saying that he's going to help the farmer out. That he realizes farmers have been hurt with the tariffs. The soybeans market has gone bad. The corn market has gone bad. And it's been bad for a number of years. And now Donald Trump says, I'm going to take money from these tariffs and I'm going to give it back to the farmer. And this guy was so touched by Donald Trump saying that, he started to almost break down and cry, because he felt like he cared. He felt like he's going to do something for us. He's going to save us. He's going to take the tariff money. He's going to give it back to us. And of course, if you listen to what Trump says that he's going to pick the very best year farmers have had recently, and he's going to give them that kind of year back in subsidies and tariffs back. So I think it would say, you know, how many billions of dollars in markets have been lost. He's going to readjust and give back to the farmer. So this farmer was very trusting. He was very trusting that Donald Trump cared and that Donald Trump wanted to make good for the losses that they've had. And that's the way things have been in the past. People have felt like they could trust people, that they felt like there are people out there that they felt had their best interest in mind. And like I say, Donald Trump has done a very, very good job of communicating that, to the point maybe he becomes reelected as president. I know a lot of people hope that happens. And, you know, like I say, whatever you think about Donald Trump, he's very successful. But he still represents an old way of doing things. A way of, you know, there's a top layer of people that have a lot of money, and then there's everybody else. And of course, we all know Donald Trump is in the top layer that has a lot of the money. And of course, he makes the decisions for everybody else. And that's what's happened, and that's what's going on. A person that's been very successful, has had a lot of money, a lot of success, is doing the decision-making for everybody else. I would hope in the future that technology would even the playing field. And technology would be how we advance, not by somebody saying that I'm the smartest guy in the room, I'm the most successful person, I have the most amount of money and I can't be bought, and you just need to trust me for whatever I do. I hope in the future that instead of having someone do that we have people that will be using technology to help even out the playing field, to help make the decisions in the world, to help decide how things should be run and how things should be run smoothly for everybody and not just a few. So anyway, 3 reasons why I think blockchain is our future. 3 reasons why I think you need to own the blockchain. 3 reasons why I think you need to own EOS blockchain. As we know, it's the scalable blockchain. It's the blockchain, in my opinion, it's had the most success of all of them. Even though Bitcoin has name familiarity, people understand Bitcoin, people maybe not understand it, but they recognize the name. I think EOS has had more success than any other blockchain. And I think it will continue to so in the future. So 3 reasons why you need to own the blockchain, especially EOS blockchain. I appreciate you watching. Thank you very much.